So I'm Gotti. If y'all don't know, everybody know me though. And the point of this video is pretty much me speaking on my weight loss journey, what worked for me, what didn't, and just to get a point of view from like a regular non-going to the person type of dude, average Joe. So I always been athletic, always played sports. So I was never obviously this big, but I was also never a dude that was super shredded and walk around with your shirt off. Like I used to kind of envy them type of dudes because I was never really one of those. I had like a little skinny six pack. You know, when you be skinny as a dude, you kind of got a little pack, but it ain't really shredded. And all my life, I always wanted a six pack. But the way I was moving around and hustling and doing what I was doing, it really wasn't conducive. So I'll probably say 3 months back, I was the heaviest I ever been in my life at like 265. And I went to the doctors and I left and I was just distraught. Like, bro, you finna be 300? That's crazy. And for a while I was kind of embracing it. Went from like a size 36 to 40, size large shirt to like 2X. Even buying coats that was like 3X just to kind of like hide my gut, hide my Gucci, man. So after a while, I was just like, bro, you gotta do something about it. And I reached out to a couple people, like my little brother and my older cousin Drex for sure. Was two main people that gave me a lot of little game behind the scenes. More so my cousin Drex too. Punched in a bunch of stuff on ChatGPT. Gave me a bunch of stuff to do to start, so I ain't gonna drag it. So initially, about 2 months ago, I started going to like my little home gym. Maybe like a little bit over 2 months. Because I want to be all the way transparent with you guys. And I went from 265 to 256. So I lost like whatever, 9 pounds or whatever. And I was like, all right, that was kind of quick. But the thing about losing weight, the heavier you are, the quicker you're going to lose it. When you start losing weight, like the initial fat, it starts becoming harder for you to drop the weight. So anybody that's big, if you really want to start your journey, start now. You're going to lose like a good 50 pounds quick. I'm telling you. Then after that, you're going to probably really have to start working. Once again, I don't want the video to be long. I know a lot of people really don't watch videos, especially if they ain't nobody that's super popping. I'm not an influencer. I'm a regular dude. Get money, take care of my kids. But I'm somebody that a lot of people look up to and follow. I've always been a leader. So I want to just give my perspective of the regular dude that wants to change his body and change his life. So I lost that 9 pounds pretty quick. I'm like, all right, if I lose this 10 pounds quick, I'm going to go get a membership. I was working out initially in my facility at my crib. I done that. I was like, all right, feel a little bit better. And one thing about me, like, I'm like a skinny, fat, lazy dude. Like, just kind of move how I move. Everything on my time. I get to it when I feel like it. And that's a luxury of kind of having money, which could hurt you and help you. Because for a while, I ain't really had no real discipline. Like, I'm going to always take care of my business. When it pertaining to some money, I'm 1,000% locked in. If it ain't really about no money or my kids, I get to it when I get to it. And I want to change that about myself. Like I said, I don't want to make the video a biography about me, but I want to give y'all a little bit of background. So I got the membership. One of the homies like, yeah, bro, get the membership. I'm like, all right, go to 24. He like, it's over here. I'm like, oh, that's only like 9 minutes from my crib, 10 minutes from my crib. Like, why you ain't going? Got some game for my cousin. And ChatGPT has literally been the biggest blessing for me. Literally. If you don't got it, get it. Everybody should have it by now, whatever. It ain't just all punching in stupid stuff and why is this girl hurting my feelings? Like, nah, F all that. And use it to your advantage. I didn't use it for resumes. I didn't use it to write papers. I didn't use it for this drug and alcohol class I'm in. Like, use it. So I carved out a 7-day plan. And I went to go hoop one day and tweak my back and realized I had to slow down. I realized at that point, I wanted to be more fluid, but I hadn't worked out in almost 15 years. So last time I was in the gym was like 2012. I like 25. The last time I remember taking off my shirt and being cut, being fit, and feeling good about myself. All right, boom. So like I said, I started going to the gym. And it took me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to figure out a plan that kind of worked for me. So I was trying to like lose the weight and cut up at the same time, but it wasn't working. So what I ended up doing was I just started focusing on cardio. I tried a Stairmaster at first. I'm not gonna lie, it's not for me. I'm not a stair stepper type of guy. Maybe later on, that's not for me. I ain't gonna lie. The number one thing I can tell you is do what works for you. Everybody's body type is different. Everybody's metabolism burns different. Like, I got bros like my bro Sauce. Like, he always been a person that was shredded. We eat the same thing. He don't gain no weight. I've been in gained 5-7 pounds. So I was always kind of like, dang, why I can't? People's body type of metabolism is different. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to figure out what works for you. No YouTuber, no influencer, no trainer. I don't care about none of that shit. You have to figure out what works for your body. I figured out what worked for me. And I attacked it. So the main thing I used was a treadmill. They got a couple different types. I use an incline treadmill. I get in there, set the treadmill to like no incline at first, get on there for like 15 minutes. Bump it up to incline on 2, get on there for 20 minutes, so on and so forth, to the point to where I was like incline 6 for like 60 hours. But I had to scale back because I was hurting my back. So in the process, I kind of really been sore too, grimacing going through the process. Started physical therapy, did everything I had to do. All right, that's the gym aspect. Now, I'm going to take a little step back. The number one thing to make you change your body is your diet. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not counting macros. I'm just being mindful of what I'm putting on my plate. I'm not that guy. I'm not weighing no chicken up, weighing no rice up. Nah, like, I'm going to eyeball it. So I'm going to eat this much chicken, this much rice, try to pack it with veggies. I'm cool. So I go to the store, buy me a whole chicken, pop that in the oven for 40 minutes, make me some little Asian mixed vegetables, a little bit of jasmine rice. I'm good. The hardest thing for me is giving up my drinks. Arizona, Snapples, like sodas, like Gatorades, Powerades. Like, I'm one of them people that drink, I don't know, sports drinks. So the toughest thing for me is switching over to water. Like, I hate water. Like, literally, I'm forcing myself to drink it now. But I'm not really a water person unless it's super, super cold. I found me like a little 0-calorie drink that I like, so I've been rocking with that too. Diet. The biggest thing that helped me lose the weight is cooking. I hate cooking, but I've been cooking for myself. Simple stuff. Like chicken thighs, chopped up chicken breast, salmon, using this air fryer to my advantage. Like, really having to cook. That's been the hardest thing for me is cooking, meal prepping. I like fresh food. I hate eating stuff kind of heated up, but I've been having to thug it. Cardio, meal prepping has been my best friend. That's what's made me lose the weight. You cannot go to the gym, eat a balanced diet, and still lose the weight. Now, you're probably going to shred up and cut up? No. But you can still lose the weight by not going to the gym every single day and just dieting. So, like, and with the diet, you break it up like this. 80% of your diet and 20% of stuff you enjoy. Because I was plateauing that sometimes too. Like, man, I want a burger. Man, I want a Wingstop. Switch it up. You know what I mean? Instead of getting saucy, get a dry rub. Instead of getting a 10-piece, get an 8. Instead of getting a large fry, get a small. But me, I'm cutting. So I went all the way cold turkey. I'm an extremist. I'm going to go all the way hard, or I don't know. I'm going to die trying. So I've been on no fast food, no fried food. I still been eating sweets a little bit. I ain't going to cap. But I went cold turkey. And I kind of plateaued a couple times, but I've been 60 days clean on that. Creatine and a protein powder. And I've been making my protein shakes too. Found out what worked for me. Found out which ones I like. Mango berries, bananas, protein powder, vanilla, Creatine, I kind of been rocky. Sometimes I use apple juice, which ain't the best, or milk, but sometimes you want just a different taste. So that's kind of how I've been rocking on that. The breakthrough moment for me, I think, was ramping up how many times I was going to the gym. Like at first I was going like once a week, then 3 times a week. Then I started going 6 days a week. And I noticed I was going from like 265, 256, 250, like, all right, 245, 240, 242, 243. Your weight's gonna fluctuate too with water. So when you wake up in the morning and weigh yourself after you use the bathroom, that's probably your truest weight. So every morning I weigh myself, that's your truest weight. After the day, water, inflammation, you done ate something, you're gonna add on maybe between, I don't know, 1 to 5 pounds, depending on your body type. So in the mornings when you probably got your truest weight. But I'll say for me, ramping up, going how many times I go to the gym is what made me lose the weight. Weight vest, just stuff like that. I have a different mindset, kind of military mindset. So I'm going to always push it. I'm supposed to do 25 minutes. I'm going to do 35. I'm supposed to do 35 minutes. I'm going to do 45. I'm supposed to do 45 minutes. I'm going to do 60. So technically, you don't have to work like that, but that's just me. I always feel like, bro, you soft, do more. So I just kind of push it like that. And I was noticing like I was losing the weight in my face, then in my arms, then in my upper part of my pack. The hardest part to lose is like that bottom fat, which I'm still working on, but it's definitely doable. I ain't on no supplements, not saying you shouldn't. I ain't starving myself. I'm still eating good. And I'm usually eating twice a day. So I get up in the morning. I usually eat me like a egg sandwich, 3 scrambled eggs, sourdough bread, avocado on there, salt and pepper, kind of make like a little breakfast sandwich. Water, maybe a protein shake. I dip. Some days I just drink me a protein shake, chop up some apples. I'm gone. I don't like working out. When I'm full, it slows me down. Dinner, like I said, I do some chicken thighs, broccoli, ground beef, make my own little chipotle bowls. Them is fire. Like ground beef or steak, cheese, corn, bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, baby spinach. Like make my homemade chipotle bowl. Them was my favorite. So you can still eat good. You just gotta watch it. The stuff I usually eat, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really eating. The fried chicken, all of that stuff, I just let it go. Cheat days, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had none. Like I'm on my journey, I'm on my mission. It ain't worth it. I need to drink more water. I need to drink more water, definitely. And all the way cut out the drinks that I like, I haven't. I'm not for the cap. So I'm not gonna lie and make it seem like I'm perfect, but that's what I'm on. Keep food simple. Keep cardio consistent. Don't overcomplicate it. Show up even when you don't feel like it. And that's the science. Like I said, I'm not taking no supplements. I'm just, I'm locking in. I feel the best I felt since I was 25. I'm confident. My energy's way better. My attitude's 1,000,000% times better. I'm not waking up angry and groggy. I'm disciplined. I'm hungry, and I'm only 60 days in. Once I realized that I didn't have to be perfect, I got better. Another thing they don't tell you is work at your own pace. Sometimes being in that gym, looking over at the next person to crush your confidence. What actually works for me was setting a plan, setting a parameter, and sticking to it, non-negotiable. That's the best thing I can tell you. You need discipline to lose the weight. You can't do it when you feel like it. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're irritated. Do it when you're arguing with your girl, arguing with your dude. If you're a female, you can lose the weight too. You definitely can. Everybody's body is different. Y'all store y'all fat different than us, but you can lose the weight too. It's possible. Stick to it. Quit being so in a rush to go get on that table. Like, get in that gym and try it out. I asked myself, bro, You just spend thousands on shoes, clothes, cars, and everything else. What's 40 bucks a month worth of your life? Being able to be there for your kids. This is the best investment I've made in the last 15 years was going to the gym. I ain't perfect. Some days I don't want to go. I still show up. I ain't the six-pack dude. I'm not the gym dude. I'm not that guy. I'm the hood dude that want to live and want to do better for myself and want to inspire and pass along the game. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not even really lifting. I'm doing more cardio. But figure out the direction you want to go. Stick to it. Stay down. Stay at it. And even if you got to go to the gym by yourself like I do, keep going.